Good morning. In this video, we are going to discuss about product moment of inertia. Before going into that, we know that the moment of inertia with respect to x-axis, this is the x-axis and here is the elemental area. Now the moment of inertia with respect to x-axis is integration of y square dA. And also we know that the moment of inertia with respect to y-axis is integration of x square dA. Now there is a axis OX dash which is being inclined by angle theta from x axis. Now the distance between dA and this new axis is r. Now the moment of inertia with respect to OX dash is equal to integration of r square dA. Now here this angle theta varies from 0 to 90 degree. If it is 0 degree, if it is suppose if the theta is equal to 0 degree, then we have to find the moment of inertia with respect to x axis, and in that case the perpendicular distance d is function of y only. Suppose if the angle is 90 degree, then we have to find the moment of inertia with respect to y axis, where the distance is function of x only. This is what here I have mentioned. Here the angle is 0, whereas here the angle is 90 degree. If the angle is 0 degree, then we have to find the moment of inertia with respect to x axis, and now this is the perpendicular distance which is function of y only. There is no contribution from x. Similarly, if the angle is 90 degree, then we have to find moment of inertia with respect to y axis, then there is contribution of only x only. Okay, there is no contribution from y. But in this case, this is the perpendicular distance r. Okay, this is the perpendicular distance r. Now you see here, this r can be resolved into y as well as x component. So it is evident that this r is function of both y and x axis. So this is what here it is written. If the angle is between 0 to 90 degree, let me take 40 degree, then you have to find product moment of inertia, and which is nothing but where the distance, perpendicular distance, is function of both x and y. Okay, so this is what is known as product moment of inertia, and here is the formula for it: I O x dash, which is equal to 0 integration of x y dy. So it is that if the angle is between 0 to 90 degree, then moment of inertia depends upon both x and y. But the ratio of this x and y, that means contribution of this x and y, depends upon theta. That means if theta is 45 degree, then both x and y are equal. So these two will equally contribute to the product moment of inertia. Suppose if the angle is less than 45, then y contribution will be more when compared to x. Okay, so this is what, like 45 to 30, then 20, 10, 0. When it becomes 0, then you will have only y component, there is no x component. So this is what here it is written, that is when the angle is 0 degree, you need to have only y component. Similarly, when the angle goes from 45 to 90 degree, that is if theta is greater than 45, then the x component will be more, the contribution of x component will be more than y. So this is what here also it is written. Okay, when the angle is 90 degree, only we have x component. Now this is the formula, integration formula for product moment of inertia. It should be used in continuous system, and here this is the formula, summation formula of product moment of inertia: xi, yi, ai, I tends to 1 to n, and this should be used in discrete system. Now let us discuss about the properties of product moment of inertia. The first property is that product moment of inertia can be either negative or positive or zero. Now let us consider a coordinate system. This is first quadrant, second quadrant, and third and fourth quadrant. Now if the centroid is on first quadrant, that means if maximum material or the maximum area is in the first quadrant, then both x and y will be positive. So multiplication of x, y will be positive. Suppose if maximum materials are in the second quadrant, then the x component will be negative, and multiplication of these two will also be a negative. Okay, so product moment in this case now it is negative, but when it is on first quadrant it will be positive. Similarly, if the materials are in that quadrant or maximum materials are in that quadrant, then both x and y will be negative. Now multiplication of these two will be a positive one. Similarly, if the maximum materials are in the fourth quadrant, then the y component will be negative, and multiplication of these two will be again a negative. Now it is evident that the moment of inertia can be positive or negative depends upon where the maximum material is located, or also the position of this coordinate axis. This is the first data. Now the second property is for axis symmetry section, the product of inertia is 0. Let us consider a rectangle, and half of the area is located in the first quadrant and the remaining half is located in the second quadrant. Here it is g1 x1 and y1, g2 x2 and y2. Now I am going to use the product moment of inertia formula, summation formula. Here it is, and ixy equal to summation of I1 to n xi yi ai. Now you see here this g1 is located at equal distance from x-axis, so y1 is equal to y2. Similarly, both areas are same, so a1 equal to a2. But if you look at the x and x2, both will have same magnitude but opposite direction. x1 is positive whereas x2 is negative. Okay, now this is the equation. So x1 and ya plus minus x2 ya. Since both x1 and x2 will have same magnitude, opposite sense, the summation will become 0. So it is evident that the axis symmetry sections have 0 value for product moment of inertia. Now the same rectangle is located in the second quadrant. Okay, now it is located in the second quadrant. Here is the value of g, this is x, this is y, and I am going to use now the product moment of inertia. You see here x, y and a. Okay, so here the x is negative. Okay, so the final answer will be now negative. Okay, so it is clear that for the axis symmetry section the product moment of inertia is 0, but if it is located on second quadrant then it is negative. Similarly, if the object is located in the first quadrant, then x will be positive, so the output will also be positive. So it is simple that the product moment of inertia will be negative or positive or 0, depends upon position of this axis or position of this area, this material. Finally, note, if the object lies in the first and third quadrant, then it is positive. This is what I already discussed. Now final properties, it is used in warping of the beam. Okay, let me take this pencil and I am going to apply a torque or a moment at both the ends. Now this pencil is having warping. Now this can be measured using product moment of inertia. Now the summary is product moment of inertia should be used in place when the axis is inclined by some angle, okay, between 0 to 90. If the angle is 0 degree, then we have to find moment of inertia with respect to x-axis, where the y will play an important role. So as like this formula. If the angle is 90 degree, then we have to find the moment of inertia with respect to y-axis, where the x will play an important role. But if the axis is between 0 to 90 degree, then we have to use product moment of inertia, where both x and y will play an important role. Thank you. We will meet in the next video where we will solve a problem in product moment of inertia. Thank you.